Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, what we're going to talk about on this beautiful Friday morning is we are going to dive into the hypocrisy of Everytown for gun safety, and here's why. Do you guys happen to recall all the talking points about how senators are in the pocket of the NRA, the gun lobby? They just want to destroy everything and let the world burn. You know that whole talking point? Well, it turns out that Everytown for Gun Safety has donated $50 million in the last campaign, and now they're upping their spending in localized races for Senate, Sheriff, and Secretary of State across the nation in key states. Isn't it interesting how the hypocrisy is rife? That is what we're going to talk about. I've got everything accumulated here for your review. Please send this one out so you can put some light on this darkness, and everything will be linked as I always have it. I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor, Vulcan Arms, and then we're going to dive in, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this one. The Vulcan Weatherlock gun bag is one-of-a-kind technology that is preventing the elements from getting to your gear. The Weatherlock technology is revolutionizing the way you store your firearms. Whether you're on a trip at the range or working out in the field, the Weatherlock series can stand up to the toughest environments. They have an IP rating of IPX6. These bags are no joke. They keep your gear safe from mud, water. They are puncture resistant. They are light. They are cleanable. This is something that is worth a look. There's a link in the description box below, and it might just be something that you're looking for. So thank you so much for checking them out, and to Vulcan Arms for making the content this week possible. But, my brothers and sisters, I have got to show you the hypocrisy which is rife on the gun control side because, again, keep in mind, their main talking point is the NRA lobby, the gun lobby. Everything has the senators and the House Representative members in their pocket, and that's why they are not for common sense gun reform legislation. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Check this out. I've got a nice little hodgepodge accumulated for you. Anti-gun violence group will spend $1 million against election denier Secretary of State candidates. Everytown's ad blitz focuses on Mark Fincham and Christina Caramo. This is October 21, so this is a relatively recent article, as in today. The $1 million investment is funding ads and mailers targeting Mark Fincham and Christina Caramo, the Republican Secretary of State nominees in Arizona and Michigan. Those are two swing states. Isn't that interesting? And will boost the Democratic Association of Secretaries for State, Everytown said. Okay, so you're putting $1 million. Keep that number. For those of you who are keeping a tally at home, we're at $1 million right now. Everytown is one of the country's major supporters of increased gun laws. Yeah, they're gun control laws, not gun laws, gun control laws. But Charlie Kelly, the group's senior political advisor, said that electing lawmakers who will advocate for those changes is only possible if election results are certified and if voters are free from violence while casting ballots. So you're trying to put money into getting your candidates as the one who counts the votes. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. Let's go on to the next article. Major gun safety group turns its attention to the sheriff races with new ads. In figures first shared with NBC News, Everytown for Gun Safety said it was spending $300,000 on ads in 2 local sheriff races this year. $300,000 on local sheriff races. It's a lot of money for a local sheriff race in random spots in the country. Let's check out what they're up to, because obviously that stinks to high heaven. Also came out today. Washington, the country's largest gun safety group, is turning its attention down ballot by pumping money into local sheriff races this election. The people who would enforce the laws. I wonder if that has anything to do with all the constitutional sheriffs that are coming out and saying, I'm not enforcing your infringing laws because they're unconstitutional. That's one of the powers of the sheriff's office. Well, Everytown is putting money into those. Again, keep in mind, first of all, we're at $1.3 million right now, and second of all, it's all the dark money from the gun lobby, right? Let's keep going, because we've got more. Everytown for Gun Safety, the massive gun control group founded by former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg, told NBC News on Friday it's, quote, leaving no stone unturned in the fight to end gun violence, and will spend $300,000 on digital ads in 2 sheriff races this year. Okay, let's look at what they did last year, or last election. While that amount is just a fraction of the group's national budget, Everytown spent some $55 million on the 2020 election and millions more this year on House and Senate races. It could prove consequential in these low-profile races. $55 million. And it's the gun lobby that's got the money behind it? Okay. As always, you show light on this and you actually see some different things than what they're presenting. Let's continue. It's what they did in the Senate races. A harsh ad hitting Herschel Walker shows a way forward for Democrats. September 29th, we did a video on this one. Look what they're spending in Atlanta. The ad, which will air in Atlanta markets and is backed by $1 million ad buy, is an effort to connect with voters with a visceral, energizing way by linking abortion and guns around the shared theme of safety and security. $1 million in Atlanta, so right now we're only at $2.3 million. Let's jump out to Pennsylvania. Gun Safety Group launches $2.1 million ad campaign criticizing Oz and Mastriano over gun laws. This one came out October 4th. Gun safety advocates are launching a $2.1 million ad campaign in Pennsylvania, hammering Republicans Mehmet Oz and Doug Mastriano for their opposition to tougher gun laws, including universal background checks. So right now, we are at, what is that, about $4.5 million? Roughly? Wow. That's a whole lot of money for someone who's not doing anything outside of the ordinary, and those pesky Republicans in the NRA with their lobbying arms. The reason that I'm showing you this is the whole line of the NRA and the dark money controls the Senate, and that's why we can't get gun laws, and not focusing on the fact that these are rights, not focusing on the fact that the judicial system is smacking down gun control all over the place because it's unconstitutional. No, we can't talk about that. But we're going to donate all the money that we have, $55 million in a presidential campaign alone 2 years ago, and we're okay because we're justified, and the ends justify the means, but those pesky NRA lobby arms, they're evil. That's what I wanted to bring to you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you on tonight's episode. I'm Braden. See you later.